Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to episode number 9, Kev TV, or whatever the heck we're calling it. Who are you? Today's topic. An homage to the Who, but also a double-fold question. Number one, exactly who are you? I mean, I think the one thing about the internet is we get a lot of hits on a lot of different video sites, including KevinMasonBlog.com, on YouTube, on Yahoo Video, all sorts of places. But we never know who's looking. It's really hard. So we'd love for you to log in, leave a comment, say hello. That's just as I said, there is really no purpose in this blog other than to entertain myself, entertain my friends, and actually kind of share some of my philosophies and some of my beliefs, hence the title, Who Are You? I've had a couple of interesting meetings today. And in fact, it's been a really interesting week as I continue to build the business, not only the music business marketing end of it, and a lot of this is to help artists guide themselves and give them examples as to things they can do, because I think you'll see a whole lot more of music artists doing these kinds of blogs, doing these kinds of things in the future to give you a chance to get to know them. I've actually dealt with some artists who've done some video blogging, and it's always really popular because people are really into it. So when I got into it, and for those of you who really know me really well, I'm kind of obsessive compulsive about this. Once I get into something, I really lock in. I didn't do the blog until late today, and my day was the rhythm was kind of thrown off. And not that there's going to be any particular time or any particular day when it's going to happen, but it was just like, man, I got to get the blog. I got to find some time to get the blog. Clients come first, most importantly. But it was interesting in having a couple meetings today, just talking about personal branding. One with an artist, one with an artist manager, and have another meeting tomorrow with a person in the promotion side of the music business, and just talking about my belief in personal branding, my belief in social networking, my belief in internet marketing, those kind of things to help the music business in the future. But I've also told a lot of people, anybody who will listen, whether it's people in the music business who are just working and doing what they're doing, about branding themselves. This is branding me. Anybody who wants to find out about Kevin Mason can just really watch a few videos, and I think you get a pretty quick idea of who I am, of what I'm about. I always enjoy doing the testimonial commercials, doing the advertisements. When I was doing the Purina cat food commercials for years in Akron, when I did some Wade Ford commercials. I did some commercials for spray-on bed liner folks who are out of business now. No fault of mine, of course. And I really enjoyed them. And for some reason, I was told I did them well. And I think it's because I just can talk off the top of my head. I can talk about anything. And what I found out is I was branding myself, and really found I was branding myself as a personality. And I'm just continuing to do that today because I'm not the only Kevin Mason on the internet. I'm one of about 4 or 5, really about 5, who a lot of people may know. Comedian in Atlanta. An Arena League football player who was also a great college standout, who I believe is now a college coach, Kevin Mason. An artist in England, a body sculptor, a body painter in California. So, I mean, I share my name with a lot of famous people. So if you're looking for Kevin Mason online, you're not always going to find me. My goal is to always make sure it is. And at the same time, too, when I talk to clients about what we do, I say, man, just go on the internet, search for Kevin Mason, and you can pretty much find out anything you want to about me. A lot of people aren't willing to share that, and I understand that. So what you have to come up with is your brand as to whether it's the real you, your real name, like mine, Kevin Mason, or if you create a pseudonym, which I've got pseudonyms because we all like to lurk on the internet, or they're just sometimes when you're asked to create passwords or identities when you don't want to use your real name. I think it's important that everybody have one, and everybody becomes something for future, to be able to build your personal brand. Because I think in order for America to succeed here in the coming years, more of the entrepreneurial spirit is really going to have to kick back in. And a lot of people are going to be forced to, as we have in any downtime in the economy, they're going to have to defend, rely on themselves for employment, for entertainment, rely on who they are. And that's where personal branding really comes in. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really an expert in the whole personal branding thing. Well, I've done branding radio stations for years in my radio career. I've become a big student of personal branding, a big fan of personal branding, and a big advocate. So I'm going to try to help you along the way too. So who are you? Think about that for yourselves, and also check in, say hello. Tomorrow, episode 10, we're going to talk about getting pink for the month of October.